Welcome to Trip Scoop. I'm your boy, DJ Teezus.
And DJ Jedi. And today's guest is the one and only local celebrity, Teezus. Round of applause, guys. Yeah. So how you doing, Teezus?
I'm good. I'm just baking in the fucking sun, but I'm good. I'm doing.
That valley weather right now we got.
Right.
Anyways, a couple of questions. So for those that don't know who you are or what you do, tell them a little bit about yourself.
I do everything that I can, get my hands on. Basically, I just want to be, everywhere doing everything, like a Kardashian, but, mediocre and not with a big ass. But I literally do, I'm a teacher right now, but that's just what I'm doing to pay my bills. I don't know, dude. I fucking do everything, so I'm just here.
You're just here.
If you see an Asian girl walking around being loud and obnoxious, it's me, for sure. Because there's only 3 of us in the valley anyway, and the other 2 are boys.
Oh my god. Anyways, the way I kind of heard about you is through some vlogs that I saw on SoundCloud, and tell the people a little bit about that.
Oh, so I have a podcast, sort of, that I sometimes post on and other times forget. But no, I really wanted to do a podcast because I think that I have a very different point of view of the valley and just life in general. So I wanted to do that because I feel like down here, especially in the valley, the people that are creating content are people creating content for the valley.
Right.
But I want to make content that is not for the valley or about the valley, but definitely pays homage to the valley.
Awesome.
But still being current. I always say the valley is 5 to 10 years behind the rest of the world.
Yeah.
So when you're somebody like me who makes their presence off of social, not even just social media, but Twitter or whatever, it's a lot of that, but it's from a good place. I'm not beefing for business. I'm beefing for social change. I'm trying to be a good person.
Not social clicks, guys. Not social clicks. One episode I did really like is you said you were at a Buffalo Wild Wings and they had some issue with the flag.
Yeah, so I wasn't there, but I woke up when I wake up at 11 o'clock in the afternoon or in the morning, and I woke up and everybody on Twitter was going off about this Buffalo Wild Wings thing. So obviously I was like, okay, first of all, I gotta put in my 2 fucking cents. But I like to know what's actually going on. I don't like to talk out of my ass when I can help it. Because usually I talk out of my ass, but I researched it and I wasn't even there, but come to find out that it was this whole disagreement over the flag about people that had been there, and I just thought it was dumb that everyone cared more about the order of a flag at a Buffalo Wild Wings in a place that has a population of under 100 millions. It's not like we're in LA, we're not in freaking Washington DC disrespecting the flag.
Right.
So my deal was I get why people were mad, but I didn't get why why they were making such a big deal out of it, because we got other shit to deal with. You walk next to the New River and you grow a 3rd arm. So are we really that mad about a freaking flag in a sports bar? No.
I definitely see your point. Because it's it's a sports bar. It's
people go there to get drunk.
Exactly. And I didn't even know that you actually had a position of the flag a certain way. I never knew that. And it's just when I heard your podcast, I was actually kind of blown away. I was like, really? Because but it's just I really believe they took it way out of proportion.
Mm-hmm.
They really do.
And that's what my thing was, is that I didn't even know that there was a certain order or whatever that you were supposed to do the flags. Because I kind of understood if you do it vertically, what is it? Yeah, vertically.
Right.
So that I get it. So that 1, 2, 3. Okay. But if you do it horizontally, it's well, if you came in from the other side, the other one's in the front.
Right.
What the fuck is the big deal? There is no big deal. That, and you could tell that everything right now is for retweets and for, I hate this word so much because no one ever uses it in the right way, but for fucking clout. But everything is for that. So you could tell in the way that the girl who originally tweeted it, I think she went with her grandpa. The way she tweeted it, she was using language that was very inciting. Okay. So she was using language that was trying to make people mad. And I'm like, right. Girl, you're probably just worrying about who's going to ask you to prom. You're not that mad about it. It's your grandpa or your
right.
dad or whatever.
And I can also see his point, being military. But the thing is just you do make a point. Are you coming in from the left side? Or are you coming in from the right side?
And it's
Yeah.
not like they didn't do it intentionally
Exactly.
to piss anybody off. It's just like some
No.
people don't know. I don't know. I didn't know.
And I guarantee you, the decorator or whatever of Buffalo Wild Wings isn't like, oh, I don't want to offend everyone. I think they were like, we're trying to slap up a Buffalo Wild Wings, throw that shit on a wall. Let's go.
If anything, more people probably went to go eat after that to check out if they fixed the flag.
And here
While
was
we're
the deal,
here,
yeah. And like,
get some wings.
here's the thing is, a bunch of people were saying like, oh, I'm never going to Buffalo Wild Wings again. Bitch, you were there for Wing Wednesday. Shut the fuck up. You went back. Your ass went back for the good margaritas and the freaking whatever it is, half price wings on Tuesday. Like, don't act like you're not going to go back there over a flag, because we're talking about it now, but I guarantee you, anyone who listens to this is going to be like, oh, that did happen. They're not going to remember it.
They'll probably be watching this while they're eating.
Buffalo Wild Wings. They'll be like, oh, these wings are good.
Shout out to Buffalo Wild Wings, by the way.
Hashtag not spawn.
There you go.
Beer wing sports.
But spawn.
And another, I didn't see the actual interview because I don't know if it's out there, but I saw you did an interview with Eddie Zuko.
It's not out.
Right, but I'm like, I wonder what that interview was like.
It's not out. I like to tell people that it's not out because I'm waiting for like the perfect moment, but it's mostly because I'm fucking lazy. And
She's gonna cash it in.
oh hell no. Well, you know what? Part of me like, okay, so a couple weeks after that, I was sitting there and I was going over the footage, and I realized that I had recorded everything on the Instagram live that I did, but when I recorded onto my computer for the podcast, it had, for some reason, recorded in a loop over the first 10 minutes. Which is fine, because I still have the recording of the Instagram Live, so I could just put it in. But I'm like, it's work. I don't know. So I'm waiting until, I thought about it later, and I was like, well, I can just sit on this and wait or whatever. So I'm going to wait until he, like, drops some crazy album or does another show in the Valley and be like, oh, hey, remember that one time where Zuko's out in my front yard? Here it is. There you go. You're welcome.
And that was just right there with you? Or?
Yeah. He came into my house because I'm friends with, like, his girlfriend, and I'm friends with some of his cousins, and, like, you just kind of randomly know people from the Valley because of all the fact that there are circles, but they don't all run together, but they kind of mix at one point or another. You meet someone's cousin at a party, and then whatever.
Yeah, everyone's related.
Yeah. So Zuko actually did a really, really nice thing, and he came to the school that I work at in Sealy, and there's a couple, like, there's junior high, and that kind of age group, they do listen to his music.
Right.
So I was like, dude, because I don't listen to his music, that's the thing. I, like, not that I don't care, but, I'm one of those people that I know what bands I like, and I kind of, like, stick with that. Now I'll listen to the same song over and over again for 4 weeks like a psychopath, but I won't listen to anything new. So I asked him, I was like, hey, you know what, can you come just talk to the kids, tell them, like, there's more to life than just chilling in Sealy, and just kind of show them. And then part of the big deal was that I was like, please don't encourage my kids to, like, drop out of school and be SoundCloud rappers, because that's not going to work out for any of them, because most of them can't even spell. So he's like, okay, yeah, no, because he has like a job other than the music, which is a lot, actually, I feel like, to me, a lot more impressive, because he puts so much work into that music. Just once you think about it, and you're like, oh, this dude has like a 9 to 5. You're like, oh crap, he's out here doing real things, and I only work for like 4 hours, and I'm like, done. Oh my god, I've contributed so much. So no, yeah, it was really cool though. He went to the school, the kids were like freaking out. He signed shoes, which was, wow. I was like, all right, I guess if that's where we're at. He signed like bags of hot Cheetos, like it was really cool. And then we did the interview, and he played the show, and it was really, really awesome. Except for now, a lot of my kids know what my Instagram is, and I'm not cool with that.
Oh my gosh, kids.
But it's whatevs. That's what a block button's for.
Definitely.
And how'd you get into just blogging?
You know what? Not to be like the sob story, like sad person, but when I was in high school, junior high, when you're really trying to when you figure out who you are socially, I didn't have a ton of friends, because you know how everyone goes, they start at one school and they go to the same, even though you change schools, you have all the same people in your classes. 3rd grade, I switched tracks. So all of these people that I knew went to this school, and I went to a completely different one. So I had to start over. So, like, not to be that person, but I really didn't have, like, a ton of friends, because no one knew me, and that was understandable. Because if some new person came to my school from the Valley, you're like, who the fuck are you? Like, no. So that was when Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and MySpace and all of that was, like, big. So even though it's not that it's not big now, but when everything was getting started and like people were trying to get in like in the ground floor of everything and like establish their audience, I was like that. I was like, you know what? I am good with computers. I'm good with my phone because I'm on it 24/7. I obviously am like I'm a smart person who can speak. So I was like, yeah, I'll just do social media. I don't have to leave my house. I can wear my pajamas all the time, and I can make people think that I go out and instead I just eat chips by myself with my dog.
Nice.
So yeah, that's why. I mean, it wasn't like I was being insightful or anything. It's just the internet was where I was, and I happened to grow along with it in like a weird way.
No. I think your outlook on things is different than a normal person.
Right.
Where you're coming from, you know what I mean? Like, I think a lot of this place like, has so much talent, but sometimes people are scared to just come out and show it because, oh, what if my cousin doesn't like, or my friends don't like it. Or they're just really quick to judge because you know everybody around here.
Yeah,
But,
it's like everybody's stuck in a box here, you know. So.
And you know what? My whole growing up, my like adolescence or whatever, as soon as I left high school, when I went to college, because I didn't go to college, I went to like the Art Institute in San Diego, which was basically just bullshit. But it was like glue sticks and glitter. It was not real. But so I did that, and it's really weird to live somewhere outside of the valley. Then you realize how not backwards the valley is, but how very enclosed it is. Going to the valley is it's like going to a different universe.
Yeah,
it's a different place.
About it. He left for 17 years.
I was gone for 17 years.
Right. Okay. And when you come back, it's almost like a culture shock.
It is.
It's weird.
I would come to Jedi's house and be like, bro, I was like, I can't handle it down here. You know, it's just a big change. You know, excuse me.
You'll have some of the people that are open to it, but it's just still like, what are my peers or what are my, what are they gonna say if I think differently?
But I honestly really admire a lot of people. Like, even though I'm not into his music, I do admire like Zuko and his friends and like people like me and Richie, who's doing all of their graphic design work or whatever. People that are younger, they are in the younger like millennial age bracket that I feel like when I see those people, I see them, you know, and I know a lot of other people that are trying to be like rappers or whatever.
Right.
You see that they actually made it out and you're like, well, shit, maybe I can do this. Because the good thing about like what they do is they realize where their strengths are. They're not Kanye rappers. They're not mumble rappers, but they know what they can do and they did it well. So if you can find your little thing, shit, go for it. Do your deal, man. Like, live.
I don't know if I'd use Kanye right now because there's the old Kanye.
Well,
there's probably more new Kanye.
Graduation Kanye.
Oh, okay. That was
College dropout Kanye. Real Kanye.
Kanye, right?
No, not Poopity Scoop Kanye. No. But you know what I mean? Like, people, when they figure out like what they're good at, you have to know your audience. You have to know your own anything. The only person you're going to have throughout your life 100% all the time is your own damn self. Don't try and make other people happy regardless of the influence they have in your life or whatever. But, like, you know, at the end of the day, you're alone with your thoughts. Like, don't make those thoughts negative ones. Make them like, I'm proud that I did this, or I'm happy I got out of bed and, like, did some laundry today. Instead of, wow, I'm such a failure. My mom doesn't understand that I do music for whatever. Like, it's all about mindset.
awesome.
Live your life. Treat yourself.
So besides vlogging, podcasting, I also see you're into astrology.
Yes.
Astrology and also...
I'm cosmic as fuck. Bitch, yes. The stars talk to me. Not really. Not to be that person.
And so, I actually clicked on your link and I was like, so you do tarot cards also, huh?
I do, yeah. I didn't recently start, but I recently started to do it for other people because you do it for yourself for a while.
Right.
And then you do it for other people. And for such a long time, it was that, like, I feel like people are going to think I'm weird thing. Which then I embrace, like, first of all, I know people think I'm fucking weird. So let's just, like, roll with that. I don't care. But it's really cool, the whole tarot thing, because a lot of people don't think it's real. And then I did 2 readings today where people were like, holy fucking shit. You're a wizard. And I'm like, yeah, no, I just memorized a bunch of shit and know how to figure it out. Like, it's cool, though.
No, it is. It's just. But then again, it's like coming back to the valley. People are so close-minded. It's like you shouldn't be doing that. It's just. I think it's more of a outlook for life. Like I feel trapped. What does the future have for me?
Mm-hmm.
It's good to it's good to know. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, it's also part of like human psychology. We don't like things that we don't know. So it's like when people go, "Oh, you want to go out tonight?" And you're like, "Yeah, what time?" And I hate so much when people are like, whatever. And I'm like, "No, dude, I need a time. Like, tell me. I need to know." And like, that's that thing of incompletion. Humans hate it. Right. We want to know what's coming or whatever. And like, a good thing about that is what it really is not what people think it is.
Right.
Then the thing about the Valley is everyone's very religious here. Mm-hmm. So, and also not in like a racial way or whatever. There's a large Hispanic population here. And where you see like the bad rap for astrology, tarot, like, the La Brujas, where you see all that bad stuff is in like novellas and stuff where it's like the death card and it means someone's gonna die. Like, that's actually not what it means. No. It's just for TV or whatever, but that's what people see, so they think that's what it is.
The way I see the death card is actually the death of something that, that you're leaving in the past.
That's exactly what it is.
That's what it is, that's the way I see it.
And and that's literally exactly what it is. And
that's the way I interpret it. It's like, if the death card comes out, it doesn't mean that you're gonna die.
Yeah, you're good.
Like, it's actually the death of something that you're leaving in the past that no longer needs to be with you.
A lot of people see it as a positive thing.
Yeah.
That and also like the devil card, even though it doesn't have anything to do with the devil, what it really means is like your inner vices. Like whenever I draw that for a person, I'm like, you drink a lot. Or like, you need to just like maybe don't do drugs that much. Like it's that kind of thing. Or it's like stop spending all your money on bath bombs. But usually that's for myself. But it's that kind of thing. It's all up to interpretation, and that's I think about what life is about. But people have their views, and they kind of stick with it, and that's how people live their lives. If that makes them happy, then as long as you're not messing with my crap, then do you?
Very true. Yeah. Very true. So, any other talents or any things that people might not think you're into, or
I mean. No, I'm pretty out there about everything. Everybody knows I like drink a lot and I read cards. So like that's the gist of everything. But yeah, that's about it. Sometimes I like to think I'm funny, but we'll see about that one. So I don't know about that, but yeah, just all of that jazz.
So what do you do, a stand-up comedy show pretty recent? Or?
You know what? I was just invited to join the panel for Gil Rebelar's roast. And I accepted that.
Nice.
We'll see. Yeah. It's not, honestly, I don't think it'll be that hard because it's just me talking shit, so I can do that.
Nice.
But I know Gil well enough, so I'm just going to make fun of him.
When's that going on?
Sometime in July. I'm not, like, completely sure, but yeah. Plug. Shameless plug. Come watch me rip into a bunch of people significantly older than me.
There you go.
It'll be great.
Yeah, so... it's just also there's the other it's the other podcast that you have with what's his name?
With Gil?
Yeah, the one that actually came out he came out
the gentleman.
from Imperial.
Oh, Jordan.
Yeah,
Jordan Elmore.
Yeah, it was like that was a very interesting podcast. It's like it's and it's like coming back to the valley. It's like people are so close-minded. Mm-hmm. Let you be who you want to be. That's who you are. Live your life.
Part of why I did that also is because I do notice that a lot of people in the valley who are closed-minded, it's because they have a lack of resources, they have a lack of knowledge, they have a lack of exposure. So that's why Jordan, I wanted him to be one of the first people on my podcast because I feel like the LGBTQ community in the valley, they have such little resources. They have really cool things going on that people don't know about. They do a drag show. They did like an auction. They have a bunch of charity events. They're amazing. But a lot of people, because they don't look into it here in the valley, they kind of don't know about it.
Right.
And I think a lot of that closed-mindedness will go away once they hear like points of views from that community. Which I'm in that community. I'm bi, and Jordan's gay, and I know so many other people that like do drag, and they're in that community that they just want. It just goes back to the fundamental thing of like, if you're a human, if you're a person, you want to be heard,
Right.
and that's what it is. So I think it'll get better if more people start talking about stuff.
Yeah, it's like you have a very valid point because it's like for you to come out and do that segment, it's like especially for the people in the valley.
That wasn't easy. That was not easy. It wasn't.
Which is weird because for me doing it, it was just me talking to my friend.
Yeah.
Like I didn't think, but then I did get a bunch of people that were like, "Wow, I didn't even know there were people in the valley that were so open or that were just ready to kind of like spearhead that community into the valley in a way where it hasn't been present."
See, and I feel like you give a different perspective on it, and you actually able to shine some light on it, and
I'm so happy. That makes me so happy.
No, it's seriously, because like you actually you shine light on it, and it gives people, okay, well, maybe I can think out of the box, so and I'm really glad you did that.
Thank you. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Jordan's gonna cry. He's crying.
Ratings.
Crying for the tears. Let's just bring out a freaking puppy.
It's like example. It's like because I'm a big love and hip hop guy. I love that show. And there's so many rappers that are gay. And it's hard for them to come out to express themselves because as a rapper you are a person that's you gotta rock the chains. You gotta,
Rap is very masculine.
You have an image, to hold up. And when 11 Hip Hop actually opened the floodgates for that, it's like, and you actually listen to these guys, and man, they're spitting bars. It's like, they have good music. It's like you're listening to them because of their music. And I'm really glad that VH1 did that also, because it's like it opens.
It makes me happy that people are getting judged on what they do and their merits instead of who they date, because that's not important unless you're dating like a serial killer. Then maybe we should take that into account. But if you're a dude dating a dude, like I don't care about that. I care about what you can do. How does it feel to be the first gay snowboarder or whatever to be open on? And he goes, the same. I'm a snowboarder. Like it doesn't matter. Yeah. And that's why I was like, why are they making it about him being gay? He's an American in the Olympics snowboarding. Are we not caring about that, or like what's going on? But I do think it's cool that VH1 did that, and I really like that Empire did it too.
Yeah.
That I just thought that was amazing because I didn't know about that, and I watched it and I was like, oh fuck, we're here, my people. The gay people, not the Asians. We're in nowhere. The only place we're at is in Disneyland.
Oh, wow.
With fucking selfie sticks.
Who's your inspiration?
Myself.
Damn, straight gangster.
No, well, yes, also myself. But, I don't know, like, people that inspire me, it used to be Kanye, but now here we are. Actually, pour one out for the homie, because he might as well be fucking dead. No, you know what? Donald Glover, actually, I really, really like him. He does a lot for the gay community. He also does a lot he's hilarious. I think he's so funny. He can literally do everything. His music is amazing. His writing is great. I don't know.
That video is trending right now, too.
Oh, I love that video. I love it.
That video is trending. I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, man, this dude is something else. Hilarious. Yeah.
He's great. And then, I don't know who else. I would say, like...
If y'all don't know who that is, that's Childish Gambino.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I just watched his SNL episode, and I was dying because my first thing is, this is how you know he's funny, but in, like, a smart way where people don't get it. Because he goes, when he was like, oh, I'm Donald Glover. Childish Gambino is here. It's you! Dude! But he does that on purpose to, like, first of all, like, differentiate or whatever, but also just to trip people out. Because they're like, what? It's the same person? What's going on? Like, you're a little late, but jump on the trend, I guess. Him, Lana Del Rey, she don't give a fuck about anything. And The Weeknd, because he's just living his life. 1 second at a time.
So where can people go and check your stuff out?
Well, I'm working on a website right now, like my
Nice.
own. So that will be called thehalfasswitch.com.
Will that also have tarot readings?
Yeah, well, right now the only part of my website that's open is to book a tarot reading.
Oh, cool.
So you can go to, because I haven't bought the domain because I'm lazy. So you could just like, go to my
Buy it tonight, buy it
Instagram.
tonight.
I'll probably go buy it tonight. Go to Instagram at halfasswitch. You can send me a DM, slide all up in my DMs because they open as hell and they're dry, just like my bank account. But you can, book a tarot reading with me. I'm actually like, not to toot my own horn, but like toot, pretty fucking good. That's about it. You can see me at Gil's thing, his roast. I'm frequent Inferno because it's in Brawley, and I like that like bougie white boy vibe. I don't know when it's at. I honestly don't. But yeah. But you can always catch me at Inferno somewhere or Chavella's if the wind blows the right way. But mostly Humble Farmer. I just like fucking live at Humble Farmer and I can't stop. But it's my favorite. So yeah, guaranteed on the weekend if you want a tarot reading and you want an extra sassy one. Find me when I'm buzzed. And I will lay them cards out for you and reach you for your life. But yeah, sometimes it's a hard truth that people get, and I feel really bad when I deliver bad news, but that's life, it happens. Like, pick yourself up, move on. Boopity scoop. Boopity scoop your ass back up.
Yeah. All right, well, thanks for coming to the show. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Teezus. Give it up.
Give it up for Teezus.